I started a gigantic empire. This is a server that I set up a few months ago with my friends, and from what has happened so far, it has been quite an adventure. You see, this server is weird and has many rules, but those rules make it fun and entertaining. The server is a giant survival island, and you can only claim land and build bases on the island. You can go to the mainland, but only for resources. The other rules are all war related because the server was created so different factions and teams will set off to different parts of the island to start kingdoms and empires. But before we start, I must let you all know that this is all unscripted. I have just turned the events that have happened into a story. Also, this video took a long time to make, so please like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. Also, I have a goal of hitting 100 subscribers before the end of August. So if you subscribe and put your Minecraft username in the comments of this video, we will put your name in our new subscriber wall in Endor. With this, let's set off on our second journey, on the land of Ataraxia. We start at our new base in the new Apis territory. The last Boa forces are driven out and surrender. We start constructing the new outpost in the Apis territory and lay out the future plans for the server. We divide up the island as this: the new massive Endorian empire to the west, the new Boa republic to the north, the occupied and claimed zone to the south, and the Apis territory to the east. We set up the new governments and firmly established the Endorian Empire as the leading world power. We even made this little hall of countries that have existed so far on the server. Things were going very well, and we started adding new players to the server. Some of these new players were Fine Asher, Archan PB, and Noob Master. These new players quickly started building their houses and getting their own stuff. Since Blorangio and most of the other Boa members are now gone, we gave the new Boa Republic and all its territories to Fine Asher and Archan PB. They would organize the new republic and make it into a new nation, with its evil communist past washed away. The two settled in corruption and got to work in rebuilding the nation and making it a good place. Meanwhile, in Yursov, Noob Master settled in a cave in the center of town and made it a little slice of the nether. Him and Sampling Goat were good friends, so the two got to work in building up Yursov, but that would not last long. Shortly after Noob Master joined the server, items of value and some of our food supply started to go missing. We went around the server asking if anyone had taken anything from your sub, but everyone said no. But then, one night as Sampling Goat was in New Master's house, he had seen one of our missing swords in one of New Master's chests. Sampling Goat quickly informed Fake Nest and I about this. We then ran across town to arrest Noob Master. We brought him into the Capitol building and confronted him about this. He just sat quiet, not saying a word. We decided to take him down into the Yursov jail in the Navy base to ask him some questions. It took over an hour, but Noob Master eventually admitted to stealing some of our stuff. But he said he did not steal most of the valuable items that were stolen. So Sampling Goat offered to be a detective along with Noob Master to try to find who was really stealing most of our stuff. If they succeeded in their mission, Noob Master would be free to go live as a citizen again, and Sampling Goat would get more military privileges. So we sent them off. We then started thinking who else could be stealing from us. That was when we got a DM from Fine Asher, who told us that he thinks Archan PB has been stealing lots of our stuff and has proof of it in his house. The evidence Fine Asher gave us looked very convincing. We laid out a plan to land an army at Corruption to capture Archan PB. Fake Nest, Over Raccoon, and myself geared up in full netherite and arrived in Corruption. We hopped in a boat and charged into his island. We found a large amount of our stolen supplies from both our nation and even some of Fine Asher's stuff. The rest of all the stolen stuff was here. We were all pleased to have all of our stuff back, but there was still one problem. Where was Archan? After a while of searching around the island, it was very clear that he was now off island. But where could he be? Then, Fake Nest got an idea. If we told him Fake Nest was on his side, and then I killed him, would he believe it and send Fake Nest his cords? Our team all agreed to the plan, and I did what I had to do. I killed my right-hand man several times. It hurt to do it, but if we wanted to find Archan, I had to do it. And the plan worked. Just like that, Archan sent Fake Nest his cords. And Camp Elias got on. So later, Camp Elias and Fake Nest traveled over 5,000 blocks and found a house, a player-made house. As you know, the biggest rule of the server is no buildings or land claims off-island. So Camp Elias and Fake Nest destroyed Archan's house, and we banned him from the server, but only for 2 weeks, because his build was very small and he did not fully understand the rules. But for now, Archan was gone. The Steelers were gone, and we could finally return back to normal, we thought. A few days later, it was finally time. Time to go to the end, something we had wanted to do for months now. We had a server-wide event. There would be no fighting at this event. We would all work together to defeat the dragon. We gathered everyone to fight. We had a very large group ready to fight. We traveled for over 30 minutes and eventually came across a mountain village. But then, Sampling Goat did not realize he had bad omen, and started a raid. Since I was leading the charge, I commanded everyone to stop and fight the raid, to defend the villagers and get some totems of undying for the fight. We fought hard, but then we lost Fine Asher, then Over Raccoon, and then Daffy Gnat and Goat Gaming followed. It was a very rare level 6 raid, and by the time we won the fight, we had lost over half of our team. They were now back at the island, thousands of blocks away, and they all had lost all their stuff. I gave the order to continue the search for the stronghold, and we eventually did find it. It was under the mountain village the whole time. But when we eventually found the portal, we were 3 Eyes of Ender short, and we were forced to head back home. 8 people left the island to go fight an end fight that never happened, and only 3 of those 8, Fake Nest, Sampling Goat, and myself, returned. The next day, we had another server event to fight the dragon, but only me and Fake Nest got on. We waited for almost 2 hours, but no one else came to fight. We decided to fight the dragon, alone. We entered the portal, and the rest is history.
No.
Alright.
Because we're gonna just get up now.
How many crystals left? That's not good. Yeah, that's not good. I might die here. Got it. Hold on, how many? Oh shoot, that did a lot. Oh no, the water's gone again. We're all out of water.
I have some. Last one, and my helmet also broke. It's not good.
Oh, yep, I'm at half a heart. It's over from. Got it. I can just go and just like hit the dragon repeatedly. All right, I'm gonna drink. I'm gonna drink a regen potion. Oh my god, my sword's doing so much damage. Oh my god, oh my...
Okay, ready?
Did it! Yeah, let's go! I'm gonna die to Enderman. Okay. Let's go! Oh, I just got flexed. Let's go! Oh, okay, here we go.
Yeah. Get the torch. Standard procedure. Then I go like that.
Hold on, let me get the torch.
I got it.
No.
It's mine. Running. Throwing it into the void. There you go.
Alright, thank you. What do we want to do with it? Because we got it.
The dragon was defeated. We returned home with the dragon egg. It was now time to lick our wounds and get ready for the next big fight. And hopefully, we could return to normal. But things were about to take a turn for the worst. A few days later, Fake Nest and I were talking to Blorangio and Pulu IRL, and were making jokes about the great survival war we had in the last episode. We then asked them how they were finding our bases and stealing all of our good stuff so easily. That was when they told us that Over Raccoon and Camp Elias told them where everything was. Fake Ness and I were both very confused. Blorangio and Pulu both confirmed that they were both spies the whole time. We were both furious. We confronted Over Raccoon and Camp Elias about this, and after a big fight, we got it out of both of them that they were spies. Camp Elias said that he only did it because the Boas promised him a god set if he did it. We were not as mad about Camp Elias, because he is rarely online, and he had already destroyed his god set when the Boas lost the survival war. But Over Raccoon? We were so mad. We thought about it for a long time. Then, it got me thinking. At the beginning of the server, how were the Boas always finding our secret chests? How did Pulu find Fort Guardian? How did Blorangio know when to attack us when we made the landing at Apis, or now Normeg? It was clear. It was all Over Raccoon. From that first day when we recruited him to our team, he had already been recruited by Blorangio as a spy. He was the one who told Pulu where Fort Guardian was. He was the one who told them where our secret chests were. And he was the one who told Blorangio we had landed on Boa grounds. That was why Blorangio let him escape to the Nether at the Battle of Apis, because he was on their side the whole time. It was always Over Raccoon. We didn't even expect it. Fake Nest and I captured Over Raccoon and put him in prison and began the interrogation. He then went on this talk about how everyone in our nation was a spy.
Eddie,
What do you want?
I want you to tell me
What?
about Liam. You say that he's a spy. I want you to tell me more about that.
Okay, so I to something. So if you think about it, think about everyone. Everyone that has been that you thought was loyal is actually just not loyal. And
You and Elias are the only ones that betrayed him. Me, Emmett, are loyal to him.
why do you think that is?
I don't get it.
You're trying to act like a Batman villain, but you're looking like a 3-year-old. Trying to act like the
Alright, Leo, I'll deal with this. Come here.
Okay.
Liam,
Permission to kick ass. Permission to kick ass.
hold on. Not permission yet. Hold on, Eddie. Make sure he hits the bed. Hit the bed. No, okay.
But after a while, we were getting nowhere. But Over Raccoon was still a good friend, even after everything he had done. And since the nation he was spying for no longer existed, we decided to give him a second chance and let him free. Well, he let himself free. But now, it seemed like things could finally go back to normal. The next day, I logged on to hear that Noob Master had killed Sampling Goat and would not give him his stuff back. This was the last straw we had with him. We confronted him, and decided evicting him from his house and kicking him out of the nation was the best thing to do. He packed his things and set off into the unknown, never to be seen again. We gave Sampling Goat some new gear and started cleaning up your sub from all the recent trouble. For the next few days, we started to build up our nation's economy. We started opening up shops all over Endoria and the Boa Republic, such as this meat shop opened up in Endor by Fine Asher and Fake Nest. We started investing a lot more in our villagers and started to gain many more stacks of emeralds, gold, and diamonds. Fake Nest and Sampling Goat even had a duel over a land claim.
That's the point, it's hard to hit. Alright, here we go in 3, 2, 1! You guys can... don't try to move a lot. Uh-oh, he's getting the high ground. Oh, he's getting the high ground! Oh! No, stop! Oh! Okay.
The next day, a new player joined the server. A player who would change the server forever. F2N. At first, everyone was very excited to have him join. We toured him around the island, and he set off to the northeast to build his base and start a new nation, Kermera. F2N's new nation, Kermera, took over the entire Apis territory and turned it into the Kermeran territory. At the time, we had an incident in Yursov where Sampling Goat got very mad at Fake Nest and killed him. In retaliation, Fake Nest decided to take Sampling Goat to court. We needed a judge badly, so F2N agreed to be the judge in this case.
So, I think Sampling Goat is guilty. Oh, he has spoken!
He has spoken.
He has spoken! Sampling Goat is guilty.
After that problem was solved, we started building up more of our military, but then things started to go wrong. It all started when F2N went around the server, asking for members to join his new Kermeran nation, since he needed at least 3 members to be a nation. It was not long until Fine Asher decided to abandon his position at corruption and join F2N. Soon, Overraccoon decided to leave too. Overraccoon was a big concern for us, because he knew the location of some of our military bases, including our villagers. We now knew that if a war were to break out between the Endorian Empire and the Kermerans, Overraccoon knew some of our military secrets, and he could use his knowledge to destroy us. Since the Kermeran territory now had 3 members, F2N, Overraccoon, and Fine Asher, the Kermeran territory was now the Kermeran Empire. That was now a leading world power in Ataraxia. Fake Nest and I explored around Kermera when they were all offline, and we saw the rapid progress they were making. It was a great concern to us, because it reminded us of when the Boas first made very fast progress. It made us even more concerned that the majority of Kermaran members were former Endorians, and those Endorians knew some of our secrets. It would not be long until a conflict starts brewing. We knew that we were losing members of our nation fast, so we began recruiting new members. Our first was Archan. He had just gotten unbanned, and he was looking for allies. We recruited him to be a spy for us and tell us the Kermaran's plans. We knew the Kermarans would accept him because Archan and Fine Asher were really good friends. It worked, and Archan was now a spy. We were now getting all of Kermara's plans. But now, we had a huge problem. Overakun knew where our villagers were, and was using them for his own nation. We had noticed that someone had broken into our cargo area that had also contained our very valuable villagers, and someone was using them. We decided that we would clog up the tunnels that led to our villagers, our cargo shipments, and our other very valuable villagers, so that Overakun and the other Kermarans couldn't use them anymore. We clogged up the tunnels as fast as we could. We knew that if this was not done, the Kermarans would continue to come back and steal cargo that our nation really needed. The tunnels were soon filled up, and we now hoped the Kermarans did not remember where the base is or the cords to it. Right after we finished filling up the tunnels, this was when we made the decision to go to the end to get elytras so we could start creating an air force to secure air superiority of the island in case a war breaks out. We traveled to the end, and I got the first elytras and shulker boxes ever found on the server. We were now the only nation with access to flight. But that was when we got a notification from Fine Asher. He knew we had a huge cargo crisis with someone sneaking into our villager trading hall and stealing lots of our valuables. So he confirmed for us that it was Overakun who was stealing our stuff and found our villagers. We were outraged. I spoke to F2N about it. He told me that he would tell Overakun to give us our stuff back. 3 days went by. No returns. I made the decision that I, myself, would hunt down Overakun. I eventually found him and started to slowly kill him with my trident.
Yeah, Riptide 3, it's kind of useful.
He then combat logged. I then made the trick that I went to chase after Fine Asher instead, which he for some reason believed. He then logged back on, and I immediately killed him.
Yes! I can't believe he actually fell for that. I can't believe he actually fell for that. I can't believe he
I had gotten some of our stuff back. It was a very little amount of it, but I had at least gotten some of it back. After that, F2N rushed over to grab some of Overraccoon's stuff. I demanded to know why he had not given us our stuff back. F2N said he would support Overraccoon and would not give us our stuff back. He was a liar. I chased after F2N to try to get some hits on him.
Let's go. I got it. Let's get the piece. Eddie was... Sorry, Asher.
But he got away. After that, I got a notification in the Discord war channel. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the second episode of Ataraxia. Please like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. Also, if you want to join the Ataraxia Discord server, click the link in the description to join. Anyway, I have to get ready for the Great Guerrilla War. See you in the next video.